What's going on, guys? Superheavy Walrus here, and today we have April media pickups, and this was kind of a just basic month of movies. That's not a bad thing, you know. Sometimes it's much slower month. Well, let's start with the Finnish movies. Here is Ralliraita ykkönen. Racing Stripe 1, maybe. I think there's another title, English title for this. Okay movie. And then here is Havukka-ahon ajattelija. Just try to say that. And I don't remember what is the English title. Again, from the year 2009. Were they both of these 2009? Yeah. Don't worry, there will be more movies from 2009. Then here is Finnish sketch comedy series Veli Puolikuu. Step brother. Literal translation would be Step Brother Moon. Funny. Again, is there even a English title for Veli Puolikuu? Then Pohjanmaa, place in Finland. The Swedish title is En dag i Österbotten. Then here's Gabriel. Yeah, that was the last Finnish movie, I think. These are in random order. Yeah, Gabriel. I think this will be similar to the Priest movie starring Paul Bettany and Legion starring Paul Bettany. Movie about angels. Then The Nice Guys. Future film DVD. Second Sight is releasing 4K out of this movie. I haven't seen this. Many people say it is quite funny. I don't know. Starring Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. But I may like it. Then here's Tony Scott film Man on Fire. Yes. And this is the Finnish title, Koston liekki. Then here's Steve Martin in Carl Reiner's movie Dead Men Don't Wear Plaids. Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid, yeah. And again, a Finnish cover release. And I actually like the Finnish title of that movie. It is basically the same as the English title, at least close to it. Then Borat, and I actually watched this finally for the first time, and it was quite funny. And I like the actual release is also quite funny because look at the disc itself. I mean, it's so cheap. It says it is a DVD-R, but the printing, the layout of this, it doesn't feel like your usual DVD-Rs. So thank God, in the same flea market there was 2 Borat DVDs. The other one was a Swedish release. And I checked both the discs, and okay, this is intentional, and that's quite funny. That's quite funny. So basically, it feels so cheap. Even the menu looks really cheaply made, and that just adds to it. Then Smokey and the Bandit, Part 3. Now I need to get the second one, and I've heard that these are shit. So great. Then Jim Caviezel and Rona Mitra in The Highwaymen, directed by Robert Harmon, and he's known for the original Hitcher. Yeah. Then here's Outlaw. Danny Dyer, Sean Bean, and Bob Hoskins. Will Sean Bean die in The Outlaw? Please don't spoil it. And then Ryan Johnson's movie, Brick. I didn't know that. When I saw it, oh, okay, this is Ryan Johnson's movie. Well, the guy who directed Last Jedi. Everybody knows that. But he also directed Looper, which is quite good time traveling themed sci-fi film. Yeah, I haven't seen Brick, so nice to see another Ryan Johnson film. Here is Negotiator, and the Finnish name of this, The Negotiator. Yeah, I haven't seen it. And then import DVD actually from Curzon or Artificial Eye. Winter's Bone, starring Jennifer Lawrence. And this is kind of what I hate about. I think the only UK distributor who does this. It's backwards. Like, it shouldn't be like this. This is the real way it's supposed to be. Why? Why are you doing? They are still doing this, I think. So yeah, good flea market pickup, because usually you don't see UK import stuff in Finland's flea markets. But usually, if it is import, it is DVDs, not Blu-rays. Then Cuba Gooding Jr. going again to the Middle East to fight against terrorists. Way of war. I have Devil's Tomb, which also Cuba Gooding Jr. is going to the Middle East. But that is actually its sub-genre is bunker horror. Hell yeah. One of the not at all rare Another World Entertainment releases The Liability. I have seen this DVD and Blu-ray like everywhere. Because usually Another World Entertainment releases are really out of like rare. Like a lot of their these was it giallo things and a lot of older horror movies from Another World Entertainment are usually kind of rare. But when they decided to work together with Atlantic, then these kinds of films started to appear. Like, just almost straight to DVD stuff. I think these are. And then John McTiernan's film, The 13th Warrior, starring Antonio Banderas. Yeah. These are not the this is the widescreen version, yeah, but usually the widescreen thing is just at the top. But not on this release. Whoa. And then here is Return from the River Kwai. So basically this is kind of a sequel to Bridge on the River Kwai. Yeah. Well, Edward Fox is in it. Okay, feature film DVD. I thought that would be much longer film, but it's just a bit over 90 minutes. Because River Kwai was kind of, I think it was over 2 hours. Then here is South Korean film Shiri. I'm trying to say it in Japanese. Yeah, this is much older feature film DVD. Yeah, Asian films. I'm collecting them. Yeah, like this one, White Vengeance. Daniel Lee film. And again, I think you have heard of, in UK I think many of you have heard G2 Pictures, but this is a Nordic release from G2 Pictures, and this must be one of the, smallest distributors I have heard of, G2 Pictures. Because I have G2 Pictures released Human Centipede 1 and 2, and that's it. I don't know any other releases except the White Vengeance. Like, what is this for just distributor? And then here's Last Gasp, starring Robert Patrick and Joanna Bakula. Science fiction horror. Interesting. And I think I like the cover. Robert Patrick is insane. Then I found this. Hell's Angels 69. A VL Media release. And I found this on a big store called Prisma. One of the biggest, stores in Finland. And usually they have basic, simple, like, movies that they are selling, like Universal, Warner Brothers, etc. Not, VL Media stuff. Not that usually. So, right now, what they have here in my closest Prisma is just distributors like Finkino, Night Visions, VL Media, G2 Pictures, distributors like that. And that's just kind of rare, because usually it's the basic stuff they have, like Universal stuff, Sony, Paramount, etc. Like that stuff. But then they have VL Media or Finkino or Night Visions. Distributors that are not that, big. So that's kind of great to see. Just to see Hell's Angels 69. Okay. I have never seen this anywhere. And this was actually a flea market. This was new, but I wanted to see how many discs were in it. Transformers Prime Season 2. The first season was released by Universal. Yeah, how about the second season? Who the fuck is Primal Screen? Primal fucking Screen. What kind of a distributor is that? Again, I have one movie from Primal Screen that they have released. It is the Contracted Phase 1. And I think they have released Contracted Phase 2. Disease horror movie. But yeah, because this release from Primal Screen, I haven't seen this on Hootonet, like, ever. Maybe one time, and it was 20 euros. This was 7 euros. New! So, hell yeah. And I liked Transformers Prime when it came out. Well, one thing, maybe, because Bayformers, when I saw those movies, then I saw Transformers Prime, I was like, yes, this is Transformers stuff. This is great. Not the Bayformer movies. Except the first one is okay. Because Bumblebee is great, that is not Bayformer, because it was not directed by Michael Bay. Yeah, I recommend Transformers Prime. If you are a Transformers fan in some level, I recommend it, because we have Peter Cullen as Prime and Frank Welker as Megatron. Hell yeah. And the theme song is absolute banger. It is so good. Even I like the Beast Hunters version, the season 3 version. And then on to Blu-rays. One of the stupidest Blu-ray updates ever. American Battleship, or American Warships was the other title. This is a mockbuster version of the Battleship movie that I absolutely hate. It is fucking shit. It is just annoying characters, and this, it's not actually parodying it that much, because this just feels like alien invasion movie. And then they fight back, and that's it. And it is not over 2 hours long, and this was 89 minutes. It is not the best, but what it gives to you, it's just good enough to be interesting. Because we have Mario Van Peebles in it, hell yeah. Yeah, that was so cheap. Again, but still, why did I want to update it? And then, oh yeah, this was really good find on actually a small flea market place. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Aftermath, producers of Escape Plan. But yeah, I have actually trying to find this has been kind of hard. Yeah, I can always buy it on Hootonet, but finding it on flea market was whoa, hell yeah. Now I have it. Because after I saw Maggie, I wanted Aftermath. Then, vampires suck. And this is really rare. The Finnish title, and then we have the PlayStation 3 sticker. This always gives every single Finnish cover release more price. The price tag goes up. And then we have includes 2 formats sticker. Yeah, no. This is just a funny joke to say when we have the PlayStation 3 sticker. It is really expensive because of this sticker. Yeah. Little by little I am buying these dead ass shit parody movies. And this is the time when Jason Friedberg and Aaron Seltzer did these god awful parody spoof movies. And then, did you know that there's also includes 3 different formats and a PlayStation 3 sticker? Tooth Fairy, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Just look at the size of this sticker. Holy shit! Yeah, I haven't seen Tooth Fairy. And it must be really, really good. Then here's Act of Valor. Motion picture featuring active duty Navy SEALs. And that's why they suck at acting. What I've heard. But still, I am interested of seeing it finally. And then here is films that define a decade. O's. Or 2000s. 8 Mile, Born Identity, Mamma Mia, and Shaun of the Dead. I actually have two of those films. Born Identity and Shaun of the Dead. But because I haven't seen 8 Mile, flea market pickup, really cheap, and I haven't actually seen Mamma Mia. Yeah, this is one of the, to me, the worst Blu-ray cases because you can only fit into this case 8 films. Let me check that again. No, 6 films, because yeah. These 2 of these disc trays, so it is 4 and then, no, 8. I'm really great at math. Calculating shit. Yeah, but still, it is taking a lot of, space. Which I don't like. But yeah, I remember when these were coming out. I saw a lot of these in Zavi. And I was, yeah, why should I? But they were kind of cheap back then, also. But this was €3 on the flea market that I found it on. And then into import stuff. Third Window Films, New Religion, Noe Mirrors. Yeah. Basically, right now it is the newest one, but Samurai in Time came out. And I have ordered it. Then from Arrow Video, Rampo Noir. 4 different stories from Edokawa Rampo's stories. From Suguru Takeuchi, Akio Yisoji. Hell yeah. This guy's so artsy, so... He made a lot of art, really art heavy films. Like, the mindset has to be just exactly on point if you're gonna like Akio Yisoji films. Then Hisayasu Sato and Atsushi Kaneko. Yeah, anthology film, hell yeah. From Japan. And then Japanarchy line from 88 Films, Pinocchio 964. or 964 Pinocchio. Really interesting. Yeah, more Japanarchy from 88 Films. And last is Cure 4K. Kiyoshi Kurosawa. Cure or Cure. Kind of surprising because the way that Eureka Entertainment is releasing 4K upgrades from their Masters of Cinema line, it's kind of like there's this, from there. They are not going in order at all. But yeah, kind of funny to see this on 4K because, again, one of my favorite Japanese films, and my favorite, I think, from Kiyoshi Kurosawa. So the atmosphere is so good. It's so great. You can maybe compare it to like David Lynch. That's kind of really just pressuring you. So good. And this was the last one. Great. Kind of a horror film, but it is not that scary. It's just the atmosphere is so good. So great. So yeah, that was the last one. So let me guys know what you think. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more unboxings and movie stuff. And I will see you next time.